What's good, and welcome back to Investing with Jax. If you get any value out of this video, please smash that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you're new, drop a comment and let me know your thoughts on Mana. It's great for the algorithm, and I respond to as many as I can. So we're going to be talking about Decentraland. There has been some juicy news that was released yesterday, but just to make sure that it wasn't an April Fool's joke, I'm bringing it to you guys today. All right, guys. So we're going to go over the news. We're going to go over a little bit of their Twitter. We're going to go behind the scenes with Jax. We are going to look at some very basic technical analysis, as well as my price predictions for the middle of April, for the end of April, and for mid-May for Decentraland, ticker symbol MANA, M-A-N-A. All right, guys, so let's get into it. I brought my water bottle this time, and it says, let's go. So let's get it and get straight into it. So we're up 3% on the day. It's got a very weird chart to look at here. If we look at the 7-day, though, it's a bit more normal, 17%, nothing to complain about. And we're up over 200% on the month, which is very, very nice to look at, and a whopping 1,200 over the last 3 months. Now, if we take a look at the 7-day, I'm hoping that we're starting to see a little bit of a symmetrical wedge here, and we might start to break out, but we'll get into that a bit later. So the market cap is 1.66 billion. We have a bit of a low. I'd like to see this get up 269 million 24-hour volume. Not too shabby, but I'd like to see it jump up to 400 to 500, and the circulating supply is 1.58 billion of Mana. Now, guys, 24-hour volume can change in a day. You know, you've seen it before where a coin just starts to surge and the volume just comes out of nowhere. So it can change very, very quickly. My predictions for Harmony 1 were a bit modest, just due to the low volume. I think Harmony 1 could break out and do much more, but because of the low volume, it was hard to tell. All right, guys, but I do love me some Harmony 1. But we're talking about Decentraland. So Mana is a cryptocurrency that can be expended on Decentraland. Mana is a virtual token that can be used to pay for virtual plots of land in Decentraland, as well as other virtual goods and services. We're going to do a quick overview of the website. Feel free to skip it if you are familiar with Decentraland, and head straight to the juicy news. But firstly, we'll look at the website. So welcome to Decentraland. Create, explore, and trade in a first ever virtual world owned by its users. So very, very innovative what they're doing, and very cool in my opinion. Lose yourself in an amazing evolving world. Explore lands owned by users to experience incredible scenes and structures, from a space adventure to medieval dungeon maze to an entire villages crafted by the minds of the community members. So very, very cool. Kind of reminds me of Minecraft. I never played it, but I knew you built your own world. So create, test the limits of your own imagination. Create scenes, artwork, challenges, and more using the simple builder tool. Then take part in events to win prizes. For more experienced creators, the SDK provides the tools to fill the world with social games and applications. Kind of reminds me of Sims, but we're going to talk a little bit about that later. So trade the virtual designation for digital assets. Buy and sell land, estates, avatars, wearables, and names in the Decentraland marketplace. Stocking the very best digital goods and paraphernalia backed by the Ethereum blockchain. So if you can't decide where to start, it kind of gives you some options here. Determine the future of your virtual world. And we have the blog here. So this is some of the news we're going to get into. We're going to talk a tiny bit about this little Cyberpunk 2021. But the more important news is right here. To move Mana between Ethereum and Polygon. So we're going to quickly look over this article. It's very juicy, guys. When I tell you I'm in the title that it's juicy news, is because when you bite into a fresh piece of fruit, you feel refreshed and you kind of relax. And it's kind of similar when I try to bring you this news. If you're invested into the coin, you're like, oh, okay, that's great. I can kind of relax. All right, guys. So Decentraland launches bridge to move Mana tokens to Polygon. So this is very, very important. So basically what Decentraland is doing is making Mana much easier to purchase, because there's the coin much easier to purchase because there's extreme gas fees on some things like Uniswap right now. Like I went to buy OMI and the gas fees were redonkulous. So this is very important. So in the blog post, NFT-based virtual world and video game Decentraland announced a token bridge, allowing users to move their own Mana tokens to and from Polygon. Mana was ranked 80th by market cap as at this time of this writing, so this is literally yesterday, and is up over almost 4,000% year over year to $1.01 according to CoinGecko. So listen up, guys. The project intends to allow all Decentraland decentralized applications, including their builder and marketplace contracts, to conduct transactions on Polygon. So this is very key, guys, because they're reducing the gas fees massively. So in addition to fast settlement, the integration will also make all transactions completely free for users. So this is huge, guys, because people were finding they were paying huge gas fees to buy Mana token and to transfer Mana token. So this is very, very major, guys, or to swap Mana. While Polygon, I always want to say Polygon, but it's Polygon, typically charges a fraction of a cent per transaction, Decentraland said they will also use Bitconomy.io meta transaction, and this will allow the users to claim, buy, sell, and trade wearables, for their avatars entirely on Polygon without transaction fees. One moment. So this is huge, guys, because people were paying huge gas fees, which was causing people not to buy Mana token, which is going to cause the price to go down. So the fact that they're doing this should cause more buying action, which could knock the price up. So we're going to quickly look at the Twitter, and we can see, thank you, Autograph Music, for an amazing performance last night at the casino in Decentraland. So it's pretty cool, guys. It reminds me of Sims, where all the players come in, they hang out, they gamble. There's prizes. Congrats to the winners who won money. It's not bad, 100 USD. And they hang out, they talk to each other. Maybe they find a partner. You know, they go on a little virtual date. And then the guy goes to meet her in real life, and she ends up looking like a camel. It's not such a bad thing, though. I hear that their toes are pretty interesting to look at. So we're going to go over the vidIQ. So we're behind the scenes with Jax to look at search volume. I'm very tall, guys. I'm 6'2". So when I move back and forth, it's just like I do it because it kind of makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. Or maybe it's just because, you know, I'm trying to, whatever. So Decentraland, over 800,000 searches. Very, very healthy, large search volume compared to some other coins. If we look up Anchor real quick, ANKR, had a very nice run, only 300,000, guys. So if we look at Decentraland, I was pretty surprised because of the length of the name. I would have expected people to write Mana because, you know, people are lazy when it comes to typing, but they're typing Decentraland, almost 900,000 searches. So very, very healthy search volume. If we look at Google Trends, we can see on March 14th to 20th, we had a 100% increase in search volume, and right now from the 28th of March to the 3rd of April, 62% of increase in search volume, which is very, very healthy. So let's get into this technical analysis so we don't make this video too long. So here we have a technical buy rating on TradingView, very reputable trading website for day traders, and we can see in the 1 day it's in a buy zone, and in the moving averages is a strong buy. And if we look at the 1 week, we're still sitting in a buy zone, and the moving averages is a buy. So let's quickly get into some basic technical analysis. Now, we kind of have two options here. We could either, this is similar to a symmetrical wedge, but it's not, because a symmetrical wedge has to have two touches and this doesn't. However, here is your line of support. So here is your line of support, and we're currently flirting with that line of support around that, looks like that $1 range. Let's see what's Decentraland. Yeah, 1.05. So we're flirting with that support line, and hopefully we're going to trend upwards. I'm an optimistic guy, and we're in a bull market, so I'm hoping this is the way that we go. It's either that or we break that support line and we kind of trend downwards. Anyways, guys, so if we trend downwards, we could, you know, start kind of continuing to go on the sideways motion that we've been going for the last month or so. Even though we still have that large climb, we've kind of gone sideways for the rest of the month. However, like I said, I am an optimist, and we're in a bull market, so I'm going to give you the predictions if we trend upwards, which could be very possible considering how I believe April will be a good month. Now, I wanted to show you guys this kind of pattern here. So what we have here is a little bit of a cup and handle. I explained that in the last video, where you think about cup from Beauty and the Beast, and there's a little bit of a cup and a handle, and I'm hoping that it goes again, and we see that cup, and then we see that handle, and we keep going up, right? We go up, we cup down, we go up, we cup down, we go up, we cup down, we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. Hopefully we don't hit one of these dips. It's not anything to worry about, but it kind of makes people nervous. So I'm hoping that we continue to trend upwards. But anyways, let's get into these predictions. So currently we're sitting at $1.06, and I would like us to get to at least $1.35 to $1.40. I'm going to be a little bit more bold in this one than my last video and say $1.40. We had a nice 200% gain all the way from about 35 cents all the way past over $1. So I'd like to see that continue in April, and I think it's very possible with the way that BTC and ETH is going. Let's quickly look at that, because I was looking at that yesterday, I believe, and it was like, wow, it's pretty cool. So if we look at ETH, yo guys, ETH in the last 7 days is up 25%. It's absolutely insane. $2,100, and Bitcoin's up 9%. So ETH is really pumping right now, and let's see if Mana is, I believe Mana is on the ETH blockchain. Decentraland, ETH, yeah. So that's a good sign, and that could be a great sign for Mana moving forward. So I would like to see $1.40 by it's a significant jump by mid-April. I mean, it's pretty bold. It might not happen. We might sit around $1.25, and then by the end of the month, I would love to say $2, but I'm going to say $1.90 just to stay modest. And by mid-May, I'd like to see us over $2, maybe $2.20. I'm a bit more bold because I think Decentraland might do well, especially with ETH rising up quite significantly. So $1.40 is quite a significant jump by mid-April, and then $1.90, hopefully $2 by the end of April, and major brain fart, and $2.20 by mid-April. All right, guys, that's going to be it for my predictions. My hair is quite on point in this video, so that's kind of nice. And to those guys who are going on dates from people that you meet online, I do it too. I swipe on Tinder sometimes, and I found some pretty juicy apple bottoms. I like to find my dates at the orchard, not in the sand where the camels live, but to each their own. Just make sure they're not a catfish. Add them on social media. Do a little FaceTime. All right, guys, there's a little dating advice from your boy Jax, and I'll see you in the next one. Much love and take care.